All right, hey everyone, how we doing? Another war video incoming. War number 6, D69 versus 1.ng, 1.ng. I'm not sure how they pronounce that, but that's who we faced. This was I mean, every war's fun unless you die a whole lot, but yeah, this was a fun war. Overall, our battle group did not do great. We tried to implement a few things and it didn't work out. But ultimately we ended up winning the war, and yeah, I didn't die any, but I also had some really bad fights. Definitely not my cleanest war. I had some quality fights. I would say most were quality, but a few of these were just really not clean. I had let's see, I got Thing, Kitty, and then Venom on 5A, Longshot on Power Snack, and then MODOK on Footloose, followed by Storm Pyramid X, Immortal Abomination on 6B, and then Mangog on the level 2 aspect of Evolution Mini. A couple of those are just typical placements that, you know, I see pretty frequently. But yeah, still a fun war overall. And it's always fun to troll your mates when they take the piss. Yeah, so we're gonna get into it here in a second. Kabam did implement free mastery swaps for, I think, 7.4 or the Karina challenge. Oh no, Battlegrounds, that's right, which I haven't even tried yet. I don't even know what it is, more or less. PvP, I guess, is PvP as you're gonna get. But anyway, so I do a lot of mastery swaps in this war. And I do record each one that I make, just so you guys can see for analysis. I wouldn't typically swap this much. I rarely swap my attack tree. I do come in and out of my utility and defense tree for like collar tech. I used to do serum science, but it's pretty worthless now. They need to rework that, but yeah, so we're gonna get into it here. This is just introduction here. You may have guessed which team I'm using. This team is really, I mean, I used this team last season, but this season especially, with the Unstoppable Armor Global, man, would they have Quake, Corvus, Ghost Band, is that what that was? Some of the usual suspects. But yeah, She-Hulk, man, she is so good for this global. That's slow. Such easy access to slow, and all the rest of her kit. Yeah, so here's the masteries for this Thing fight. Spared no expense, right? So since he doesn't inflict any kind of debuff, I spec greater vitality all the way, maxed. Maxed Petrify for the reduced power gain, combat power gain, and regen on when they're stunned, which I could go either way, because you kind of just want to keep the flow going with Thing, you know, but you also only want him throwing specials at 15 rock stacks. I mean, sure, you have slow, but it works for this node, but it doesn't, because it doesn't stay. You know, it's only really good for, you know, knocking him down, I think she knocks 2 rock stacks off. So if he's at, you know, at 15 and you drop heavy on him, you're gonna knock him down, and he's at 13. Yeah, this fight's really ugly. It's really ugly. But you know, 64,000 health. You know, it helps. It helps. Oh man. Yeah, and I mean, you know, you watch this fight, and if you don't know the node, you're like, well, God, what a terrible She-Hulk player. But it's, you know, that was right there, you know, I forgot about the protection coming back, so he purifies the stun. But yeah, like, what a terrible She-Hulk player, like, but you can't parry stun this guy while he's got that immunity up. And I am still just wretched at evading things heavy in the corner. It's like I'm sure it's possible, but I never have bothered to get the timing down because it's probably a dex pause dex or something. But yeah, I get smacked by it every single time I'm in the corner. And level 3, get out of trouble here. You know, gain some space. Back off. Did some pretty decent damage too. So he's at 14 rock stacks, you know. I need to push him to 15 plus and get him to throw that special. Yeah, this thing AI was like out to get me this war. Because he does a lot of stutter stepping and just like uncooperative on more than one occasion in this fight. That was dumb of me right there. Like, oh, I'm lucky I didn't get smacked by that level 2 right there, but I don't know what I was thinking. Like, oh, parry and then like hit into him to cause unstoppable. And then that immunity's back. You know, I don't even care about my passive furies at this point. I'm just trying to like compose myself after getting like cornered and just wrecked around. So you can't hit him right here. You gotta, back him up. Beat on his block. There we go. Unblockable. Try to catch him with that. Freaking so much protection. His freaking native protection, and then you got protection from the node. I mean, the power stings, man. Really my saving grace here. Can't hit him. Throw that special. Throw that special. Yep. You know, normally he'd be stunned here, but not because of the node. No stunning. I'm mad as hell. Yeah, so this is definitely probably the most challenging fight versus Thing here, and I fought him a handful of times on this node. Sometimes it goes really smoothly. Most of the time, it's just okay or good. You know, I may take a couple hits, but this fight was just bad. Throw the special, let's go. You see that double medium trying to swipe me? I'm telling you, this AI was just out to get me. Ooh, got an intercept in there. That was a little risky. Always feels good when you nail it. There we go, back off. Oof, that level 2 is deadly. Gotta watch for that. Pound on his block, throw the special, let's go. And I think I kill him with the level 3 here. Another intercept. There we go. Still has node protection up. Ideally, you know, you knock him down right here, then you throw the level 3, but reset the furies. I think I throw the level 3 here, and I'm like, surely this kill. Oh, that's what knock him down. Level 3. Nope, power sting. All right. Thought I killed him with the level 3. I was wrong, but yeah. So 4-minute fight. Certainly not great on time, but a solo is a solo, gentlemen and ladies. A solo is a solo. So yeah, Kitty, this fight, there was one fight, I fought her here a few times, and one of the times I got backed up nasty, like she started phasing like crazy, and you can't, and she was just heavying repeatedly, and because of the node, you can't counter her heavy, so I was just backed up. But I actually, I read her text this time, and so I was a little more prepared. And he gains a lot of protocol charges just from you. I mean, yeah, parrying, you get twice the charges, but you really, he gets them from like, I don't even know. I didn't bother to look, but just by attacking, he gains a lot. So, level 1 start. I think max tech collar, I think I just showed. Yeah, this fight goes well, really quickly. Knock her down. Clear the protection, and then 1 level 2, and that's it. Satellites, man. And I carry this level 1 start boost over. But I think I respec masteries here in quick fashion. No pre-fight, don't need it. Yep, let's see what we got going on here. I was gonna spec max coagulate because I was like, man, that bleed, I know it can snag me. But I only put 1 in coagulate because I didn't want to remove any out of assassin, and there was, you know, I didn't want to remove any out of pacify either, or petrify rather. So I pretty much stay with the max stand your ground. But you know, hindsight's always 20/20. You know, you don't expect to get freaking wrecked from the get-go and then have the worst RNG on bleeds, but it's war and it's Kabam, so you know, anything that's low percentage shoots up to the highest percentage possible in war, as I'm sure we all know. So yeah, I want to coagulate. It helped. This fight, I mean, it's like I parried, you know, but clearly I didn't. I open this fight and just start off in the hole. Eddie Brock. This dude, he comes at me hard. So this is fun. Bam! And then 3 bleeds right off the bat. Like, dude. And then I'm sure, as we all know, for anyone that's played this game for any length of time, Venom still has ultra aggressive AI. And his moveset is such that he advances on you quickly with all his moves. But, you know, I stayed composed. This is right here. It has an armor up. And this is like the last war against Maw. You know, they get the unstoppable, the passive unstoppable. And I didn't hit into Maw because I was afraid of, you know, well, the slow was up, but the unstoppable's there. I didn't know if it was safe. It is safe, but it's really confusing. You saw that 20k power sting there, and that's because of Max Assassin. But yeah, like with slow up, that passive unstoppable still shows up. And it's scary because you're like, well, can I hit into him? And yeah, you can. It's gonna be there, but as long as it slows up, you're fine. So, but yeah, that fight was, ooh, man, got my adrenaline going right away. I was like, oh damn. Yeah, this fight was, Mr. Fantastic is just so good for this node. I did remove dexterity for this node. Just because, you know, I didn't know if he had MD at all, but like I said, I always assume that anyone in high level war that places a mystic is running max mystic dispersion. Just anticipate that and act accordingly, you know. I don't always remove dex. I didn't remove it versus Mangog in this war, but yeah, I mean, I didn't want to take any chances. I think it probably also depends on the Mystic Champ. I mean, Longshot's level 2 is ridiculous, and you know, if you're not Incinerate immune, then you're effed. Totally. And you can evade it, but even still, like, no one wants to take that chance. Bum! So I just removed Dex, you know. I dueled him a few times, you know, try to bait that level 1. I went with Mr. Fantastic as I typically do here, or I try to, because you can ramp his charges, his pre-fights. You know, I go in with 4, I end with a 7 stack total. So that carries me through the rest of my war, and then also, you know, alliance mates that may need pre-fights on any shared minis or anything like that. So yeah, no, he's such a good counter for this node. And you know, I thought about She-Hulk. She-Hulk is also great for Longshot, and she's got the level 2 Petrify, you know, you put a pre-fight in this node, petrify. Even still, he has, I think, his overall suppression is just easier to upkeep, I think is what it is. Because with her, you have to get to that level 2. The petrify goes away. Sure, you're almost at another level 2 by that point, but with him, you know, it's way easier to just reset those pre-fights. And once you get a 3 stack or even a 2 stack, I mean, that combat power rate is stifled. At 3 stacks of petrify and combat power rate, I mean, they don't gain any power. So, Mr. Fantastic for the win. Now, this was a really clean fight. I like taking MODOK here because he's an extra large champ. So, you know, long parry stuns, plenty of time to react. Yeah, it's just a good fight. Footloose, you know, she counters that. As long as you play him correctly, which most of us, you know, have a lot of experience against MODOK these days. You know, keep the slow up. He'll auto block you, but he can't parry. But he will auto block and back away and stab you, you know, poke you. So, you know, right there, you clear the shield and kind of back away. But yeah, I do some sweet heavy spamming in this one. Whop. And then obviously the taunts, like it all works in She-Hulk's favor here. He did have a stand your ground, and I backed away because of that. You know, I was like, oh, okay, all right. I see what's going on here. Kudos to that player. But then, you know, it's just a wrap here. Get some rotations in. Bait. We do clear the shield, parry, level 2 in your face. I think I bait one more level 1 here. And then I think it's just spam heavies for the win. Chairhead. Getting bodied. Boom. Yeah. She is my leading lady. So good. And then we got Storm Pyramid X. I think that was my, oh yeah, she's the last one I do on my 6-hour boost. And then the rest I take, the last 2 fights I take the following day. Did I place a pre-fight? I don't remember. Yeah, I do. I didn't spec a max tech collar. I think because I was carrying over the level 1 boost, and I knew I didn't need it with that Mr. Fantastic pre-fight. It's plenty of suppression. I do actually get hit. I get nicked on like the toe with the second hit of her level 1. But this all, you know, it speaks to how solid Nimrod is with his kit. Like, that unstoppable is really long. You can see its cause throughout the duration of his special back. And then right there, I get nicked on the toe. I think it's like 300 and something damage. I didn't even realize it until after the fight. But because he was unstoppable, like, you know, he didn't flinch. Steadfast. And then another level 2. And that's it. I mean, wrecked. Nimrod, man, this dude. The sentinel of all sentinels. And then these last 2 fights, I did have to take quickly. So I didn't show my masteries because they're the same as they were previously. There was no change. This fight was it wasn't tricky. It was actually way easier than I thought it would be. But I was I was scratching my head a bit because I think on his first special, I try to parry it, and then it's not, his level 1 is easy to evade. But with this node, if you parry any hits in their special, you gain the prowess. But if any blocked hit that you take on the opponent's special, they gain prowess. And at 3 prowess, right there, and I missed the parry. I was like, I can't be bothered by this. I'm not going to mess with it. Because you also, if you parry and get a well-timed block, you are also getting simultaneously getting that disorient. So I tried it to get the prowess, and the timing was off. I blocked too early, and I was like, I'm fine. I'll just beat him down. I mean, it's great if you get the prowess for yourself, but you don't need it. As long as you don't get hit by any of their special on block, they're not going to go unblockable. So, and as this fight went on, I was like, I started hitting into his block to try to like regen a little bit off the those brief weaknesses that he inflicts when you hit his block right there. You know, get a little, and then you gain some healing from the petrify. But yeah, I try to just heal myself a bit right there, stacking them. They're brief, but hey, it's free heals. And the fight was going well. I had settled in. Bomb. Level 2. You might ask why I was just running a 200% science here, and that's because I was out or low on 12% and 8%, I think. Yeah, and don't know when they're coming up, so wanted to be safe. And then Mangog, I carry over to the level 1 boost. Man, I used 4 level 1 boosts in this war. Damn, that hurts. It is what it is. We do the typical pre-fights, combat power rate, and petrify. Really, all you need is petrify here. But combat power rate, I had 3. The boss didn't really need 1. Heal up to full because, why not? I did go with a smaller boost for these last 2 fights, 20%, 15 and 15, I believe. More than sufficient. I was confident against iBom, and then I just took him last war with a 20%. Even though I got smacked by his level 1, that was my own doing. I was greedy with the spam heavies. But yeah, no, 20%, 15, 15, and then greens. Yeah, Mangog rolls over here. I think I take a couple hits to the chin, but ultimately, and I think because I was rushed, I mean, yeah, full 5-hit combo. That was build his hatred right up. I think I was like, oh, I'll go for power down, but I had a brain fart and just completely forgot about his hatred. But it didn't matter. She source is unstoppable anyway. It's really the level 2 that you got to worry about on this node. I did a little wake up there, and he got smacked. A little wake up intercept in the corner. Dash in. And then I think I just start my spam heavies here. Yeah, let's see if you got stand your ground, bruh. Let's go, bruh. Oh, these heavies just crippling. And then I go for this, and then he gains a bar of power, and I was like, nope, cancel right into the level 3. We're not playing that game. Wah! And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.